Okay, hi guys. We're at Bayhorse, which is a old mining town in the Sawtooth Mountains. And I'm gonna take you on a little walk. I know it looks a little funny, but it's really, really hot. So we gotta be sun safe. Yay. We have our first kind of crumbling structure here. Sadly, we don't have anything that tells us what everything is, but that's okay. And we're coming up on a kind of an interesting structure. We have a placard here that tells us about residents and resident life. And they think that there were up to about 300 people who lived here in the early 1900s. You're not allowed to go inside, which is a little unfortunate because that would be fun to explore. But I don't know why they have a door on the top. That must be so you can roll people out that you don't like. I don't know. And then up here, there's various mining equipment. You can hear the wind in the quaking aspen trees. I just love that sound. There's some more abandoned structures here. Looks like someone tried to fix this one up. That looks like that doesn't look like roofing from the 1800s to me. Like some chicken wire in there too. So I don't know. We've got the foundation there. Kind of looks like it just slipped. On this side, we've got really a little bit of a jumble. Can you imagine putting all that work into a place like this? And then it just like falls apart. I think that's why we don't build our houses these days. We have someone do it for us. It's too depressing when they fall apart. There's another rock structure up there. Now if you look up, a little higher, there you go. Maybe that's where they mined. Some funny holes in those cliffs. Neighborhoods that have seen better days. Kind of just baking in the sun. Another old place. Oh, they have a garbage can. Yay. Wait, that might be where they had a fire or something. Oh. Old refrigerator. That is not from the 1800s, I don't think. And then you've got this cool place. I don't know what this was, but that's pretty neat. Okay, so here's the other side of that really cool, I don't know, building. It looks like to me it would be like a saloon or something. That upstairs area looks like maybe ladies of the evening were enticing people. And that is an outhouse, I think. I'm not allowed to go exploring it because there's a fence, but that's okay. And that, I don't know, could be a mine maybe, could be a pantry. Either way, even if there wasn't a fence, I would not go in there. It looks like it would fall down on me. That doesn't sound like fun. And then here's a house. Now look at that sign. It says keep out. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. I saw what happened to all the other buildings they have here. I'm not going to be in there. They fall down. Kind of like that one over there. Look at that. That is not a house anymore. Okay, not a lot of people know this, but the 3 little pigs lived here. This was the house of straw. That was the house of sticks. And this is the house of stone. Nobody knows what happened to the big bad wolf after being put in that very, very, very hot pot of soup pot. I've never heard of wolf soup, come to think of it. So this is the Bayhorse Mill. And it says in 1882, Gilmer and Salisbury Concentrating Mill is the dominant structure at Bayhorse. Its iconic shape and mass is symbolic of Western mining camps. Built on a hillside to take advantage of gravity, raw ore entered the upper portion, way back there, to begin a processing of crushing and separating valuable minerals from the waste rock. After initial crushing to storage bins, the ore passed through the stamp mill, then sluice boxes, sluice, not juice, sluice, and settling tanks, and onto the concentrating tables, mechanical shaking tables called the Fru Vanners. Once the ore was concentrated, it was delivered to the smelter for reduction. Except for the ore bins, no machinery is left from the original mill operation. In the 1920s, the mill was remodeled as part of the change in operation to a flotation method of ore recovery. Who knew that? I didn't know ore floated. The stamps were removed, more efficient crushing equipment installed, and settling tanks added. The concentrated ore was dried and classified, or graded, and then shipped to a smelter for recovery and refining. I give you the Bayhorse Mill. And it has half of its original shale roof. So my question to you is, which side does the wind usually come from? Now we're looking down behind the facade. I don't know if you can see, look at that. They've got it tied up. It's not even, it's just fake. It's like Hollywood, it's fake. And then somebody swept everything under the rug. I promise, Mom, I did clean up. No, you didn't. Okay, so Bayhorse, you guys, 4 miles away from Chalice. Really, really easy gravel road. And like you can totally make it with your, you know, your RV or your big monster truck. Preferably not a monster truck. And it's a pretty easy road. And not a lot of people, lots of parking. There is a fee though. Don't forget to pay the fee. That's very important because they're maintaining this place and that costs money. So, and it's only $7. So, I mean, that's nothing, right? Anyway, thanks for being here. We'll see you at the next one. Bye.